Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? I'm back this morning. How you doing? I'm supposed to be back on Wednesday, but had a business schedule. I couldn't be back, but I'm here to talk about a lot of issues today. Firstly, I want to thank all of you guys. I watched the first video we made, and we want to encourage you if you are not already subscribed to the Liberian Association in the Delaware Valley Media Network. YouTube page, please do that. We will be bringing updated information for our community organizations. So if you have not already subscribed to that channel, try to subscribe. This channel is for all Liberian organizations, and we're going to try our level best to bring you information across the Liberian Association spectrum in the United States. This morning we have a lot of issues to discuss about. Firstly, we want to talk about women in politics. And I just want to say that I'm very impressed with the last elections in Liberia, where we have a lot of female candidates, or some female candidates have ascended to one seat in the Liberia Senate. That is a welcome. That's a welcome development, and we all should be very uh, happy about that. One of the reasons I think we should be happy about that is, we've been hearing this information that in Liberia, most of the senators, male senators, hire people in their offices who are their girlfriends or their girlfriends, relatives, and stuff like that. We think this should not be how we're going to run our country, provided the information is true. I don't have any solid evidence to back those allegations that people have made that senators and representatives in Liberia employ their girlfriends as their secretaries, office chief of staff, and stuff like that. My own thing here is somebody who followed politics for over 40 years in Liberia. I think the legislature should be a place you employ people to write policy, people who have expert knowledge on issues. And so if these kind of information we are hearing or receiving that senators and representatives in the Liberian House of Senate and Representatives are employing their girlfriends to us to key position, then it undermines the kind of work that it's supposed to do. And that is not just restricted to senators and representatives. Liberian government ministers have to be responsible, because when we talk about fighting corruption in Liberia, people who are morally corrupt too should also be held accountable. And our people should be very strong in condemning this kind of attitude if they exist. But what I say is a we welcome the idea. A lot of females are beginning to take seats in the Liberian Senate and House of Representatives. I'm saying this because I'm convinced that their presence in the House, in the Senate, is going to lead to better, laws that are going to really do actual background check to see that these people that they are employing are not their girlfriends, their boyfriends, and other people, but people who are there to do the work of the Liberian people. So we want to thank the Liberian people for electing a lot of female lawmakers, and we hope that they are going to bring a new perspective to how things are done in the Liberian Senate. Another thing I want to touch on is the situation in Myanmar. Burma, how do you call the name? I think a few days ago, the military took over in Myanmar. And Aung San Suu Kyi, I think you remember Aung San Suu Kyi. Aung San Suu Kyi was imprisoned, or is under house arrest right now. And we all condemn the military coup d'etat in Burma, in Myanmar. We condemn the military coup d'etat in Myanmar. But one thing that we should not shy away from is that Aung San Suu Kyi, Nobel Prize winner Aung San Suu Kyi, missed the opportunity that she had to unite that country. For those of us who don't okra with the politics of Myanmar, Myanmar been in conflict forever. They have a lot of warring faction in the country. So the current situation in Myanmar is just the tip of the iceberg. But Aung San Suu Kyi missed the opportunity to unite that country, missed the opportunity to make sure that the military stays in the barracks. She defended the military when the military committed atrocity, genocide against the Rohingya minorities in that country. So the current situation in Myanmar, why it's regrettable, Aung San Suu Kyi has contributed immensely to the current situation that is happening in Myanmar. But we want to say that we regret the killing of innocent civilians, and we hope that the military in Myanmar will leave power and return power back to Aung San Suu Kyi and her party so that they can form a civilian government that will not only unite the country of the current situation, but also unite the country of all warring factions, of all minority groups in that country. And the international community should not just criticize the situation in that country, but work together to form a comprehensive peace agreement in Myanmar to address the current situation there. Another thing I want to talk about is, I don't know, Africa, I don't know whether oil in Africa is a blessing or is a curse. Oil in Africa, is it a blessing or is it a curse? In Mozambique is the East African country or somewhere, a Central African country. Mozambique, they discover a lot of oil in Mozambique, and the French the French government is investing almost $20 billion in Palma. In Palma is a city called Palma or somewhere. They have been there for the past 3 years. And but then just recently we heard that Islamic rebels, I guess they call it rebels, not just called it Islamic rebels, they have attacked that area, the town of 75,000 people, with all the massive investments that that company had made to drill oil in Mozambique and to give them the much needed resources. But the thing about Africa that always makes me to be discouraged about oil, discovery oil in Africa is oil money has never been used to better the lives of Africans. Go to Nigeria, go to Sudan, South and the Sudan, South Sudan and the other Sudan, go to Angola. The oil revenue have never benefited the people of those countries. Never. In the Niger Delta where the oil has been discovered, now you have Boko Haram, the Taurus in the area. Because the oil revenue has not been used to improve the lives of the people. And so, because poverty, the people are poverty striking, the rebel or the insurgency easily penetrate them. And the same thing happening in Mozambique right now. One country like Qatar benefiting immensely from their oil resources. Saudi Arabia and other people, African countries, very few people are benefiting from the resources that we have. So the current fighting in that part of Mozambique, Palma in Mozambique, is discouraging. I don't think that we should always think that our conflicts should be solved by other people, but we should also realize that we need to use our meager resources or our oil resources to help our people to improve their lives. We cannot continue to use our resources to benefit the few. Look, Angola, you go to Angola, yes, Angola get a lot of good buildings, infrastructure, and other stuff like that around the capital city. Rwanda, But the bulk of the people in Angola are suffering. In Angola, and particularly Rwanda, the capital city is the most expensive cities in the world because of the oil money. But not all Angolians are benefiting from the oil resources in that country. The oil resources continue to go in the pockets of very few. I was watching something on YouTube the other day, and in a central part of the city, you see the skyscrapers and other stuff. But just drive a few miles out of the city, you see the poverty, and you'll be very surprised to know that this country, Angola, is getting billions of dollars from oil revenue, and the bulk of this population live in abject poverty. We think it's now time for African governments to try to utilize it to build the country, the countries and the continent, use the money wisely to improve the lives of not just people living in cities, but people all across the country. So we regret the disruption of that those rebels, Islamic rebels, have disrupted oil and business activities in that part of Mozambique. Equally so, we want to call on the government of Mozambique to share the resources so that everybody benefits from the resources and not give those criminal-minded people justification to launch subversive activities under the pretense that they are there to fight for the suffering masses. Well, I saw this story on it's a front page Africa. I didn't really read the whole story, but they say why should Liberians invest their money in the U.S. 1 billion challenge? That's an interesting story. I've not read it. I will try to read through the story, and then we'll bring the details. I think the guys are encouraging Liberians living in the diaspora to invest in this project, but I don't really know what it is about. But as I said, I will read through it and I'll get all the details about it and come back. And as you know, I will always talk about Makana River G and talk about the Liberia project and stuff like that. We always talk about River G. So let me just go to River G County Association in America's website. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, the children of River G in the United States are building a library in Fishtown, and we need $13,400 to complete that library. So we are encouraging you, if you can, contact me. I will give you the information. My number is 484-702-2762. Contact me. I will give you the information on how you can make payment to support your fellow Liberians, your fellow African, complete that library. It's a sad thing that a country, Liberia, been around since 1847, that there is no public library in any part of the country. I don't know any. If they have it, well, that's good. But as far as I'm concerned, we don't have any public library in Liberia. So we call it on you guys. If you can help Liberians, give us some money. Let's complete this project. Let's complete this project and move on to something else. So my number is 484-702-2762. 484-702-2762. Call me and I will give you the information on how you can make a payment. I want to go on to another thing. Stay on River G. I want to go on to another thing. You know, one of the problems we have in our country is that we fail to work together. Most of the times we fail to work together. So as a result, it makes things very, very difficult for us. It makes things difficult for us to accomplish what we really want to accomplish. And I'm saying just to say that whatsoever organization you're from in Liberia, we all have to work together. I bring this thing up because this particular stuff up because it's from The Chakake Association in the Americas are trying to restore this project, and according to the GoFundMe page, they will need about $13,000 to accomplish it. I just want to encourage you, if you're from River G County, help your brothers and sisters, help your brothers and sisters accomplish this mission. We have to work together. But here's the thing here: we all, as people of River G, have to work together. If you're from Chakake Association, associate with the River G County Association in the United States. But that, if you're doing something, they can also come in and assist. But one of the things we observe here is Jagakan people want to only stay with Jagakan program people. Chilapo people only want to stay with Purican people, and you go around and Palipo people and other places the same thing. Unless we can understand that the only way we can succeed in all this kind of undertaking is we got to work together. We have to work together. So I want to encourage all our brothers and sisters who are, refugee citizens and other people, go over on the people website and denote to the project. Go to the GoFundMe page and denote to the project. I think Wilfred Wayne should be one of the guys to heading on this project. So you guys can go to that to the website and see where you can contribute. I must say, if I have time, money, or see what I can help the Chakake Association with something. You know. Now I want to come to this other project, this other thing. There's 1,000 died, but no prosecution, while Liberia has not acted. I said this and said it on many occasions. I'm saying this again. Liberian people made the decision in 1997 that they were not going to prosecute those who perpetrated the war. How did they make that decision? In the elections in 1997, the Liberian people elected people who had participated in the war. Prince Johnson, Charles Taylor, and you name the rest of them. They voted for these people. When people had told them that, look, these guys are committed atrocity against the country, the Liberian people said, no, we will vote for them. We want them to lead us. And the decision as to whether we wanted to prosecute the people, the decision was made. I don't think it's time for us. I don't think we should go back to prosecuting people who committed atrocity in 1990 to 2003 because the Liberian people voted for these people and continue to vote for them. Look at Charles Taylor, right? Charles Taylor brought this war. He fled the country in 2000 or he went to exile in 2003. Charles Taylor's wife is now the present vice president of Liberia. What are the Liberian people telling us? That they don't get for hang whosoever participated in the war. We continue to elect people to offices when we have the freedom to make the decision as to what we really want to do. We elect these people to offices. Now we say we want to prosecute them. We want a war crime. It's a waste of time because it's not going to work, and we are not going to support a war crime in Liberia. The Liberian people had the opportunity to vote against these people, but they voted for them. Look at Prince Joseph, for example. Look at Charles Taylor for another example. These guys were the architects of the Civil War in Liberia, but they elected them to offices. Prince Joseph is like a saint in Lima County. Charles Taylor continued to make significant influence in Liberia. Then you talk about Zoe Penn and other people and other guys all across the country. They were elected to offices. Now we're coming back to say we want to establish a war crime code. That's a waste of time. We are not going to allow any war crime code in Liberia, and that issue is behind us. All we after is we need to get a government that is sincere enough to implement the laws on the book, prosecute people who are, breaking the law currently, but we can't go back to the 1990s and the early 2000s. No, we're moving forward right now. That's where we are. Those that are causing prosecution, economic And whatsoever you calling for as a result of the Liberian Civil War, you are just wasting your time. We are not ready for it, and we are not going to go for it. It's a waste of time. Complete waste of time. Complete waste of time. So those who say people need to be prosecuted, they wasted the time because if we wanted people to be prosecuted in 1990 or 97 elections, who would have voted for Charles and other guys? But one person rebel is another person freedom fighter. And the Liberians consider Prince Joseph as a freedom fighter, just as the same way as the people Grand United County consider Zopen and other people as a freedom fighters. And other tribal groups, Alhaji Kromah and other people consider as a freedom fighter. The issue of a war crime code is behind us right now because all of us, one way or the other, contributed or participated in the atrocity that happened in Liberia. But when we voted in 1997, we told the world that the Liberian people are moving forward. The Truth and Reconciliation Committee is just enough for Liberian people. We don't want no war crime code. The vote, the Liberian people votes is a clear indication that they don't want to go down that road. They have gone far past that. So those that are calling for a war crime code are just wasting the time. Whoa. Another thing I want to talk about is I was so interested when I saw this story. I was so interested in it. That's us in the United States of America, we we are witnessing, where we are saying where people with white people are like are being dominating this thing all because of the skin color. But it's becoming so discouraging that black people now are trying hard to lighten the skin so that they can feel superior to other black people. And so I want to commend the guy for banning such such products from the market. I don't know whether it's because I didn't read the story, but I don't know whether it's because it's causing health problem or because black people are becoming, to add a little bit crazy, trying to neglect their own skin color for a fairer skin color. I don't know. But whatsoever the case is, we need to understand that white and black people all working together and we are all equal. We are all the same. You white, you black, we are all the same. Let me come color here. But I never feel superior. I not see superior to anybody or inferior to anybody. Some people might feel that they are superior to other people. That's your right to feel it, but it's not just the truth. It's not just the truth. Nobody is superior than you unless you make yourself to be inferior to the person. So we see that we Africans, we continue to put ourselves in an inferior position all the time. Inferior position all the time. And I just want to use the occasion to say some of the things I said too when I was back in Liberia. And the Liberian soccer team, the national soccer team, they call Lone Star. Sometimes we say, "Oh, we want a white coach. We want a white coach. We want a white coach, man. We want a white coach." Why do you? What was the justification for us wanting a white coach? There is no. We say because if a white coach comes here, our people are going to listen to him. He's going to change things around. Or he had better skills and knowledge to, as a coach, to move the national team forward. That was just a childish idea, and we fail to realize the implication of those kind of statements. We and white people, we are the same. We the same blood, the same two eyes, mouth, nose, the same body structure and everything. But we continue to think that anything we're doing, a white man is not involved, is not good. And we continue to listen to white people. White people try to help us move forward. But black men, especially African black men, continue to listen to white people. And if white men doesn't